your timing is perfect. I am just about to start the draft about now. So I'm glad to see you because I always much prefer, as you know, to have a team in place in order to help me with decisions and such. Okay, so ranked draft Throne of Eldraine. Here we go. We enter, and yes, we do. By the way, I can't remember. My memory is just not so great. Did you receive any of the codes that Wizards gave me when they were sponsoring my stream last week? Let me know. If not, I'd be happy to send you some. Substance Q. I'm not seeing you on my list, so please verify if you have gotten any. Was it last week or the week before? Maybe it was last week. I think it was last week. So I was one of the featured streamers last week, and part of that. Okay, so a month ago I gave you a code for a level up. The codes this time, each code is good for a Throne of Eldraine booster pack on Arena. All right, so let me send you at least a few. Let me jot that down. And you will get them, if not today, over the next few days or whatever. All right. It's my tiny little way of giving back to the people who have been helping me to do these drafts, to do these streams, and to make this a better experience. Okay, so let's look at what we got here. Piper the Swarm is good. I'll be honest, I feel like it's often underperformed, but clearly on its face it should be strong. The Covetous Urge, of course, is good. It's a big commitment into one of the three decks, either mono black, mono blue, or black blue. I want to play some jank. Okay, I as always would like to put together the best deck that I can. The Ardenville Tactician, of course, is very good. Bacon to a Pie is obviously one of the best commons in the set. So, at this juncture, I feel like our best choices are Piper the Swarm, Ardenville Tactician, and Bacon to a Pie. Of those, I really feel like it's either Piper or Pie. Interesting. Piper the Swarm is less the Tactician. I feel like you're giving me the jank approach here. Okay, yeah, I thought as much. Okay, so I really don't know. Do you think back into a Pie or Piper is better? Piper has the advantage of only having a single black, and it could conceivably be splashed. Bacon to a Pie is not. You don't know how to play the Piper? Is there a joke in there? I'm not sure. Okay. So let's take a closer look at it. The Piper is a 1/3 for 2. You can keep tapping and paying to make. Okay. Sorry for my being for not picking up on that. I mean, right. Okay. Anyway, so yes, Bacon to Pie is obviously a solid choice, and I'm happy to take that. What do we got next? Hypnotic Sprite is very good. That did really good work for me. I am glad that you're in a good mood today. I too am. So between the two of us, well, good times all around, yes? Right. Okay. The Hypnotic Sprite is good. The Flutterfox is good. Swordmaster is fine. These others are not terribly interesting. I'm liking the Sprite. I like the sprite in Us. Whatever. I don't know how far back your TV viewing may go, but the Sprite soft drink used to have a thing. You know, I like the Sprite in you. Okay, sure, let's go for that. Black and blue is a nice place to be anyway. Okay, no bombs here of note. I do, however, like this transformation, the removal and the and the removal and the card draw is fine. I'm thinking this is probably our pick here. The others are not terribly amazing, and of all the quad hybrid creatures, this is one of the worst ones. So Kenrith's transformation is my pick at this point. If we were to stay black and blue, we have these cards which are nothing to write home about. So Kenrith's transformation, unless you want to try to talk me into something else. And the fact that we have a bunch of green cards, that could be telling us something. Alright, so far we could be going in any direction at all. Mystical Dispute, no thanks. Although this wrecked me. This wrecked me in a constructed game that I did earlier today. Unexplained Vision also. Yeah, that is always true. Draft is a very swinging kind of environment. It really is. And that makes it very unpredictable, and that unpredictability, I guess, kind of appeals to me. So of all these, I kind of like the Grum Gully a little bit. I'm not sure what you mean by need to guarantee some good cards. Do you mean wizards? Do you mean... I'm not sure what you mean by that. We could speculate on Grum Gully. We have... we could start delving a little bit into red. Maybe a Dwarves deck. And then, you know, again, this is strong if you can get a critical mass of non-humans going. Roving Keep. If there were a better artifact in this deck, like a Lucky Clover, like a Scolding Cauldron, like a Golden Egg, I would probably take that. Okay, I hear you. I'm not sure how they could really guarantee that because the booster, the contents of the boosters have to be semi-randomly determined. So, hey Five, how are you? You're right at the beginning of our situation here. Let me take. I always do this. Maybe I should just start the chat stream elsewhere. So I'm going to move the chat stream so you can see what we've got so far. Pick 1 was Bacon to a Pie. Pick 2 was the Hypnotic Sprites. Pick 3, Kenrith's Transformation. So now we're considering what we have in front of us now. We could really be going in any direction. Clearly, the lane that we are going to end up in has not yet presented itself. Here, yeah, right. There's nothing here that really is leaping out at me. We might consider veering off into red with the Dwarves, but that's kind of risky. I like Grum Gully, but you know, my bicolor and it does require old sickback, and it also requires the non-humans. I'd say let's bad color. You lost me on that one, Five. How do you mean bad color? Do you not like red and green as a thing? Oh, okay. I don't know if I agree with that. I've seen some very strong red-green decks. Um, I do feel like this is the best card here, and I don't feel like there's anything else that we're really going to be missing out. um, like when I did War of the Spark, I got the. Okay, I hear that. I am speaking, of course, in I'm speaking, of course, of this format of Eldraine. I feel like Glumgully is our pick because we already have one green card and and we have zero sorry, we have the one creature so far. Okay, Grumgully is my pick. You have about 5 to 10 seconds to talk me out of it if you wish. Yeah, that's always true. Fair enough, 5. What would you take over it? What would you take over it? I mean, there's really nothing here that really is. There's the Roving Keep. It keeps you open, but it's not a great card. Hey, Radalorian, how are you? Good to see you. Boy, we have quite the gang here today. The Visions is nice. I'm missing vision. Oh, the Unexplained Vision. Dispute. Yeah, it is on color. I do like this bright. Okay, 5. You have convinced me. We're gonna take it, and let's see what happens. Runaway. So if we're veering towards blue, the runaway together can do work for us. Okay, fair enough. Oh, I didn't even notice the Lucky Clover. Yes, of course. Yeah. I was so focused on the colors that I was kind of bypassing all the artifacts here. Sure, Lucky Clover is fine. Our one adventure so far um, won't really trigger it. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see if we can maximize some black and blue adventures, maybe? Okay. Junk, junk, junk. White. The Tempting Witch. This turtle. Ugh. These don't help us at all. The witch is okay. I've seen it obviously in a black and green deck can be pretty good. When you're not really maximizing food synergies, then it's done like so work. Having said that, I'm not seeing anything else here that I like better. If if we were considering white, then obviously those would be good. Sure. Yeah. Sounds good, my friends. Um, yeah. Works for me. No black options here. We do have a cauldron and we have an opt. I kind of like the cauldron. It keeps us a little bit more open, and it is decent removal. I'm liking the cauldron here, with opt as another possibility. And again, white. These are okay. I'm thinking white. I'm going to go for the cauldron. It keeps us, as I say, a little bit more open. The sorcerer's broom. Ah, okay. So I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this story. Um. Oh, I didn't notice your question before. Okay, so let me. So okay. Let's answer questions first. So the first one is how did the draft go? I got home late, later on Wednesday night, and I figured I'd finish off those drafts. I lost 3 games in rapid succession. One game, or the first of the 3 games, my opponent got Oko out turn 3, so that was pretty much the end of that. The next game, I can't remember what happened, but things just didn't go well. And the third game was pretty annoying, actually. My opponent got a Gingerbread out right away, and then proceeded to equip it and enchant it like crazy, kept making it unblockable, and I drew no removal. And that was that. So I ended up with 4-3 as a result. Okay, other question on camera. The camera I had been using, very, very finicky, giving me a lot of problems. And I've been working with Logitech to try to mitigate it. They finally gave up. They sent me a replacement. So this camera is the replacement. It is behaving more reliably, except I cannot access its zoom function. So I have it set up about 2 feet in front of my face here. And that's my camera story. All right, let's get back to what we're doing. So those are my 2 boring stories for the day. So if we stay blue, the So Tiny and the Witching Well are both fine. Sorcerer's Broom clearly is fine in a foodsy deck, but I'm liking, I think, the Witching Well right now. Yeah, it does. I feel like the Witching Wells tend to wheel. You messed up the joke? What? Well, what have we here? Got it. Too bad. I feel like these are sort of comparable for utility. Whee! But I feel like the Witching Well tends to wheel more. Oh, you guys are too much. If we end up in blue, we could possibly veer towards a mill deck, in which case it's the So Tiny might work better for us. Okay. Everything else being equal, I think I would take So Tiny. I do tend to veer towards removal when I see it. If there are no objections to So Tiny, then here we will go. This is all terrible. The Visual Merfolk, the Giant Skewer, if we want to make any of our creatures big, although it's hard to do. And the food payoffs can... It's really just... Or I could start taking a bunch of red cards. Yeah. Trill. Or the Thrill. Interesting. The Dwarf has more upside. I'm actually fine with taking the Dwarf right now. We missed out on one before. And I don't feel like we're going to be missing out. Sure, let's see what happens. The Puppet is pretty much a joke. Sanctuary, I don't think so. The Ogre Errant. Actually, blue and red, could we possibly veer towards a draw 2 deck? We need those payoffs to start showing up pretty quickly. You like the 2-drop better than this guy? That's true. This requires the Knight synergies. Yeah, I have no objection to that. Wow, this is all junk. A Squire, just in case green opens up again. The Beanstalk, I'm not interested. The Weapon Rack, these are all terrible. Really? The Gargoyle? It's a 0-3 for 1, which... I'd almost be embarrassed to play this thing. Well, so be it. More garbage. So at this point, the roving keep, I think, is what we want. Yeah, let's take that. I'm not happy with this pack so far. We have a couple of okay cards, nothing really great. The Shriek is ugh. 4 to fly can be. Oh, that you're talking about the gargoyle. I assume that's what you're talking about. Yeah. These are both ridiculous. I feel like blow your house down. Return to nature. The serpent is nice, so that can go into any deck. We have another bake into a pie. That's unfortunate that they're both here in the same pack. The only blue card is a Queen of Ice. I'm not sure I agree with that because unless you're saying well, I don't know. Are you saying that the bake is just that? Yeah, the serpent is obviously excellent. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's where I would have ended up. Sir Conrad. Okay, that's a good pick as well. Drown in the Loch is nice too, but I feel like Sir Conrad is probably what we want to grab. Okay. Yeah, I agree. The Conrad is very strong and we like it. Dwarf number 2. You people, you. Order of Midnight is nice. I'm liking that. Frogify is actually not terrible. I feel like an argument could be made for either one of these. The Order of Midnight is, I'm thinking, has more upside. This, of course, is subject to enchantment removal or to bounce. So I think Order of Midnight would be my pick at this time. That's true. We do not have a lot of adventures so far. Okay, here's a Reef Soul. Pretty sure that's what we're going to grab. Another Lucky Clover would be. Oh, that's interesting. If we had a ton of adventures going on, then I would be very tempted to take the second Clover, but I think Reef Soul will be good for us no matter what. Hey, Misaki. Good to see you, my friend, as always. Yeah. You're pretty much echoing exactly what I was sort of trying to say. My English skills are sometimes a little lacking. We could take some card draw. Here's the Merfolk again. The Festive Funeral. Barge in just on the off chance that we end up with 7 dwarves, but that's really the main colors at this point. I think we are going pretty strongly into black. Blue may be our second color, but as you see, there are only 3 blue cards so far. So if we pick up enough artifacts, we might be able to go mono black. That would be interesting. Having said that, maybe Festive Funerals is the pick. Either that or Into the Story. The Griffin as a bad black and something else, yeah. Festive. What do you think, guys? The story or the funeral? I'm willing to go with that. And there we go. And black is dried up again. All right. Well, the story, we have lost the story, at least for now, unless it happens to come back. I don't think it will. I think so tiny is what we want here. The alternative is the weapon rack, which is just slow. Innkeeper. Yeah, I don't think so. I feel I think so tiny is what we want here. Lost Legion is fine. That seems like a good one. I wouldn't mind a Ginger Brood either, but yeah, I think Lost Legion is what we want. I'm happy to get the scrying. And now some green cards are showing up. Closer. Yeah. So what 5 is saying, I agree with that completely. So pretty sure Lost Legion is what we want here. Another gargoyle would be silly. The Ginger Brute conceivable, but we don't seem to be shaping up towards an aggro kind of a deck. The Mystic Sanctuary. There's really not much here at all. The Eye Collector is just a bad, just as a bad creature. Does it really work that way on Arena 5? I don't know. I mean, you may be right, but I guess taking the Eye Collector is doable here. It is a 1/1 flyer. Yeah. Oh, with the Conrad. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of that. Good thought there. Okay, so one of these guys, the Hengewalker or the Dummy. I like the Dummy a little bit better, I think. Yeah. I think we do want the Jousting Dummy. If there are no objections, that's going to be my click and pick. Okay, well, thanks for your help as always, 5. I will try to keep things going as well as I can, and as always, I appreciate your input and assistance. Take care. Malevolent Noble is fine. It's not amazing, but it is serviceable. Nothing here for us. Monitor in case we need some bad filler. And none of this is going to do anything for us. The Skewer, sure. And the Halberd. Oathsworn Knight. I don't know about that. The Charm Sleep actually is tempting me a little bit more. But it is a 4/4 for 3. With a weapon rack, this could be interesting, actually. Alright, before we go any further, let's see what our deck is more likely to be doing at this point. So I'm taking the red cards out, I'm taking the green cards out. The Lucky Clover, I'm taking that out since we have Hardly. It probably is the best. I'm just clearing out some of the junk here so we can get a better idea of what our deck is more likely to look like. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that. The Charm Sleep, we may see 1 or 2 more. The Ventress Paladin, possibly. No black cards except for this silly guy. We have the colorless in the Prophet of the Peak, rather. I'm thinking, how many creatures have we got? So we have 1, 2 if we run him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 13 creatures so far. I seriously doubt we'll be playing all of them. To set up our draws, I'm not sure how that sets up our draws. Castle Vantress. Oh, for the scrying. Oh, Castle Vantress. Huh, I thought you were talking about the Paladin. Yeah, the castle is fine, actually. Scrying 2? Okay, I'm in. Here's this damn thing. Okay. Lash of Thorns. Another Dispute. That's interesting. We already have the one. Did I not take the castle? Sorry, Sickback. Not sure why you're moaning over there. Lash as a combat trick. Mantle. Yeah, the mantle is not good. The Improbable Alliance. Really? Don't forget we're in pack 3. Are we really prepared to splash black? I guess that's true. If I'm doing it for here's another dwarf. The Dispute should wheel? Yeah, maybe. The Lash of Thorns. You really think the Alliance? I'm gonna go with the Dispute. All these others seem to be too fringy, if you kind of know what I mean. Here's a Ginger Brute, which is just strange in our deck. Wicked Guardian? Do I have creatures that can take the hit? The Gargoyle can, the Monitor can. Legion can. The Witch can. Sir Conrad. Maybe the Serpent. Maybe the Wicked Guardian. Or the Secret Keeper. Yeah. The Secret Keeper can help our tinies. So, sure. Here's another Secret Keeper. Or the Reaper of Night, actually. Oh, another Reef Soul. I think we want another Reef Soul here. I would consider the Reaper, but I want here the Reaver. Yeah. I feel like this has a greater likelihood of wheeling than the Soul does. Yeah. Okay. There's another tiny. The Swordmaster is, in our deck, it's really just it's like a Child of Night for us. Boy, we could have had a bunch of dwarves. Another so tiny. There are worse things that we could do. Well, in 3 picks we'll find out. More than that, you know what I mean. So again, just remember we already don't we have a couple already? We have 2 so far. Yeah. I'm glad that Radalorian and Misaki agree with each other. I agree with both of you. Here's a Witching Well. That's fine, as is the Foreboding Fruit. I feel like Witching Well does more for us than the Foreboding Fruit. Yeah. It pumps the tinies. I like the well, I think. Yeah. I agree with all of that. Works for me. We could splash white for this guy. No thanks. Another Festive Funeral. That's annoying. Or the Weapon Rack to help. Actually, the Weapon Rack could help any of our creatures, and it could also replenish the Oathsworn Knight. I'm actually willing to speculate on the Weapon Rack. Yeah. Yeah. There's another Witch. Either the Witch or the Scarecrow. I think the Witch is probably better for us. Yeah. And there is nothing. I guess the Turtle. That's just silly. I could take the Memory Theft. Yeah. I think Turtle, but it's really just not. I don't think any of these cards are going to make it to our deck. Anything that I want for my collection? Not really. Yeah, I'll take the Turtle. Drawbridge. Boy, look at all these dwarves. Holy mackerel. Boy, we missed that train. Drawbridge. Sure, I'll take this for my collection. Another Secret Keeper. That's funny. Do we like the Secret Keeper or 2 racks is dumb? Yeah. We could have had like 6 or so. I don't know. I think 2 racks is a little crazy, so we'll go for another Secret Keeper rather. And the Quarry. Yep. Misaki, you do like your black red decks. All right. Let's put it together. We need to cut 8 cards. I'm taking out the Gargoyle. The Eye Collector, I kind of doubt we're going to use it. The Drawbridge, I'm going to cut for now. The Turtle, I'm going to cut for now. The Roving Keep, I don't know. Really don't have a whole lot of... we have 1 Bake, we have 2 Reef Souls, we have a Scalding Cauldron. Not so bad. Oathsworn Knight, Lost Legion. Clover, yes, thank you. Where is that guy? Where is my Clover? Oh, yeah? Okay. In our deck, it doesn't really do anything since we're not really a milling deck. If we were a milling deck, then I might consider keeping it. Clearly, that's not the case here. Where's it? What happened to the... Oh, the Lucky Clover. Okay. What is our creature count? We have 14 creatures. Rather not... I think the Giant Skewer is not going to be very helpful. What else have we got? The Cauldron, the Well is good. Oh, and we have 3 Tinies. Maybe the Card Monitor. It's not. That's not too promising. Arbor of Midnight, Reef Soul. One Dispute. And Keep. Maybe. For a deck like this, I'll tell you, I actually don't mind having the Roving Keep because I feel like we don't really have much at all in the way of finishers. The monitor is... Actually, the monitor could work with our weapon rack. Yeah. So that makes it clear that we definitely need to keep at least 17 lands. 16, 17, maybe even 18 lands. But no, I think 17 is probably fine. 2 cuts. 14 creatures still. Maybe one of the so tinies. Again, I kind of like the Carter monitor with our maybe lose the weapon rack actually. The dummy, maybe. One tiny, one witch. I already took out the tiny. Taking a witch out. I think that looks okay. This is not a strong deck by any stretch. So when you say yes, dummy, yes to keep or yes to cut. So dummy, keep or cut. I just assume keep it at this point. Cut the dummy. In favor of the witch, in favor of... There's not a lot to... In favor of the witch, maybe. Or actually in favor of another tiny. The turtle. Really? Our Oathsworn Knight is a human, so you like him just for his blocking abilities or for the possibility of some aggro? Because we have... we could swing in with our roving keep. That's kind of it. You sure about keeping the turtle? I'm not really loving what it's doing in our deck. Yeah, this is I agree completely. This is clearly not an aggro deck. The only thing that's even remotely aggro really is our Order of Midnight, because he can't block. Bring him through. Yeah, I guess. All right. Well, I'm willing to try this. Any other changes before we take it into action and see how it can perform? All right. Let's give it a go. Nothing. All right. So let's go back. So I like the rack. I mean, we have other things besides the rack, but you know, what can we replace it with? Another so tiny, another dispute. I like the rack. Well, I don't know that I agree. I don't know. I agree with that. It can also be good on defense. Yeah. Let's give it a go. I'm not sure I agree with the fact that you consider it hypo aggro. I feel like it can help to bolster defenses also. This is a perfectly good hand. We have turn 1 and turn 3. Yeah, we're going to keep this. I can't imagine any of you are going to talk me into a Mola here. bottom at least one. Is it worth bottoming 2 of them to get closer to our turn 5 plays? I'm going to bottom them because we're going to scry in 2 turns. I think bottoming both is what we want. Yeah. As I say, because we have the scry coming up. Has he got his own witching well? Has he got a secret keeper? Oh boy. If I had kept them both, these would all be coming into our hand. Such is life. And we do not have the Forever Young. So we lost our sprite, our keep, our secret keeper. The weapon rack discussion is now moot, because it is not available to us. Interesting username, PC Junior. Yeah, that's true. I think we want our Legion. We definitely want bacon to a pie. I'm okay putting Monitor on the bottom, I think. In favor of more lands. And I could play him for 0, but I think I'd rather not. And next turn we'll be able to either kill something or draw a couple of cards. Interesting. He really wants to mill me out, doesn't he? I feel like he's got a decent... that's actually not bad. I can bring back the Roving Keep or the Hypnotic Sprite. Alright, I think I'd like to recur a creature and then play him, because I'd like to start pressuring him a little bit before he mills us. Scry, top signal's good card, so milling. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, let's proceed with this. I'm gonna grab the Hypnotic Sprite, I think. And we're going to play him, and that will be our turn. PC Junior is tapping to Swamp Spring. So, he's really pouring it on. Alright, we've gone through half our deck so far. Wow. What did we lose? A swamp and a soul. We lost our soul. Alright, so let's attack. I think that... I think that's I'm actually tempted to play the Lost Legion and this flyer to try to get things going. Yeah, I was thinking of that. Alright, I will follow your advice. But he does have blockers in the meantime. I understand more milling may trigger him, but it's just going to be, you know, pings, and he's still at 18. Nevertheless, here we are. Yeah, I was not too concerned about counter spells. Yeah, now he has a bunch of blockers. All right. We will stay the course. Perhaps he will run out of gas. Oh boy. That was a good tempo play for him. Oathsworn Knight or Sir Conrad, both good choices. Again, I could play him as a 2/1 creature or him as... I think Sir Conrad is still the play. Let's attack first. Okay, what is next my opponent over there? Mr. PC Jr. All that milling and I pinged him for 1. Where's the justice? Well, don't have so many creatures to begin with. I have 10 cards left, so all is not yet lost. He has too many blockers. Tempting Witch is not going to help me at all. Sure, let's attack. I feel like holding up mana for this counterspell is not working for me. I'm going to proceed with it. I'm going to go with the Knight and the Flyer because I need to try to make these things happen. I'm running out of time as far as my deck size goes. He has a spell. And what is his spell? I have 9 cards remaining in my library. He doesn't have a spell, he's drawing 2 cards. And clearly I'm going to attack with everybody. want to play a 6/6 Serpent for the trample. Yep. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Oh, I forgot about that big serpent, whatever it was. He's bringing back his secret keeper. Okay, I'm waiting here with bated breath. What is he casting? Okay. And he can gain life too, alright. It does slow things down for him. I feel like Festive Funeral on his blocker may be what I want. Let's see, so I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 5. Alright, so I cannot play my funeral plus other things. But I could draw a card. I have 7 cards left. If he didn't say on my festive funeral? We're still in our first game substance queue. My mic closer? Okay. If I... Okay, so basically my question is, do I festive funeral, mill with Conrad and attack? Yeah? That's interesting. Alright, I'll try that. If I funeral any counters, why is that? Alright, well, let's attack. The thing is, he can still gain 3 life. Is there any instant speed? Oh, run away together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I do anything in response? No, because oh yes, you're right. You're right. I don't need to. Yeah, because that was still lethal, and he didn't have enough to activate his food. Okay, that was a bit of a white knuckler for me. Yes, I'm pretty sure Misaki is correct. I have seen it play out like that. All right. Well, I'm glad we were able to squeak that one out. I'm not going to resign just yet. Anybody wants to look at our deck who hasn't yet seen it, or if you want to swap out weapon rack for the So Tiny. So deck tweak or yes please. Okay. Yeah, following a stream from the phone is very hard. One of you had said that so you couldn't hear me so clearly, so if that continues to be a problem, please let me know. I did move the mic here a little bit. Are we back yet? Come on, come on. Hello? There we are. What the heck was that? What the heck was that? Okay, are we back again? Okay, are we back again? Okay, so that hasn't happened in a long time. I just got a message from my OBS studio that it disconnected. I don't know why it did that. Okay, so we're good again. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, okay. You know, you gotta love technology. All right. What? You know, what? WTF. All right. So really it boils down to, are we keeping the weapon rack or are we putting it back for So Tiny? I mean, in that particular game, it was nothing because that card slot got milled away anyway. I'm willing to keep it and see how it plays out. Tell you what, Misaki, let's go for one more game. If there are any other changes, you know, say so now. Otherwise, I would like to keep going. Not nice to make everybody, you know, be twiddling their fingers while they're waiting for something to happen. All right, so let's see how we do in game 2. Okay, here is our hand. I think I'd like to keep this. The witching well should help us to find the swamps that we need. Trouble is, I need 2 swamps for each of these guys. I think it's a worthwhile keep. And basically bottom anything that's not a swamp. Okay, if there are no thoughts on that. Okay, so let's keep that and see what we can do. Oh. Alright, certainly we're gonna get I hate to bottom the serpent. I feel like bottoming the serpent is the responsible thing to do. If anybody's going to try to talk me out of it, now's your chance. Yeah. Too late. Again, I'm really wanting some swamps to get the rest of this hand going. Okay. Unless I can control an island. Alright, we're going to play another island. And pass the turn. Blue and red. I'm going to just pass the turn and keep the mana up to counter something. Sure, let's counter that. Oh my god. Right, so let's mill him for a little bit to help our so tinies. Where are all my swamps? And let's play him. This deck is if he has a decent deck, this is gonna be just brutal. Oh my. So I could so tiny, or I could draw more cards, or I could secret keep and so tiny. I'm gonna draw cards because I really, let's see, Reef Soul. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So he might attack. All right, this is. I'm gonna have to just live through this because I really need to draw these two cards and get some removal and other things going. Oh, a strong start for him. Look at this. Wow. Should have done that first. Alright, he's going to hit me for 5. He's going to hit me for more. Yeah, you're right. Sure, let's do this, because by golly. Wow. Wow. Alright, so we need to get a blocker out. And I need to make something tiny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, where are all my swamps? This is crazy. Oh, and he can activate it again with his Witching Well. Wow. Yeah, this game is not looking promising at all. And a haste creature. Sure. Sounds good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's block the 2/1. Let's do this first. So we're gonna make him smaller. And we'll block it. Let's block him also, I guess. So we're still taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woohoo! Okay, let's get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of the Pyromancer. Alright, I feel like I need to play the odds here. So let's get rid of his flyer and hope that... Oh no, he can still activate it. Never mind. He'll deal me 3, but this will deal me another. What do you think, guys? Get rid of the Pyromancer or the Vandal? Target a creature. Yeah, it's a hard choice though. And of course we're not attacking. At least I can block him next, but I need to deal with him also. Yeah. Well said, Misaki. Alright, so he's now going to be a 3-something, and this is a 3. I need another swamp to get rid of his Vandal. Oh, that's bad. 5, 6, 7... Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and chump. Ugh. Well, a tiny will help. 1, 2. Rest in peace, Merfolk. Yeah. Tempting Witch, I guess. The alternative is the Noble. And we're going to have to make his flyer tiny. I have reasonable things to play if I had that second swamp. Oh, really? Alright, not a lot I can do about that. Nope. Oh. No, that's it. Because I don't even have enough to, to do the food. So I could either gain life and die, or I could do one of his creatures and die. Yeah, I needed that other swamp. Alright. That was not pretty. The shuffler is evil. Yeah. Okay, I got no argument for that. Evil shuffler. I like it. I like it. So in my earlier days of streaming, oh boy. And I go first. I need one more land for things to start happening. What do you think? If we're on the draw, things would be better. One more land and I'd be happier. I don't know. I got 3 plays. I have a bad serpent. I have tiny. Yeah. How typical. How typical. So Misaki, I feel like you're... Listen, I get good advice from pretty much everybody. But I feel like in many ways yours is the voice of common reason. Is this another mill deck? Deals combat damage. Interesting. I could so tiny him, and is it worth so tinying him? What do you think? That way. Okay, so tiny or not? I'm actually tempted to do it. All right, sure, why not? Main decking Spectre's Shriek. Really? Really? Let's hold up and we can counter something. And he got Sir Conrad. I could make a 4/4 Serpent, or I could hold up. I'm perfectly happy to hold up. If he... And of course he does something for 4, that's okay. I can kill it. Do I want to kill it? It has Menace, and he can sack this. Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and kill it. Yeah, I'm sure he's baiting, but that's okay. I'll go for it. And the food, maybe nice. Alternately, I could be greedy. And try to play the serpent for 6. Nah, let's do it for 5 and be done with it. Yeah. Epic takedown. So what shall it be? How typical? I find it very interesting that he's main decking Spectre's Shriek, because you really run a fair risk that you're going to have to get rid of one of your own cards. Interesting. I have a turtle. Alright, we are going to swing in. With our trampling serpent. So what do you think? Hold up mana for the sprite or play our silly turtle? His turtle will be able to block the carriage. Or my turtle can block his carriage. Our turtle can block their carriage. So turtle or pass? Again, he knows I have the sprite. Why not play the 2-flyer? Saving it for value? Saving it for recursion? Why not? Okay. I'll do the turtle. I miss out on countering something. And the turtle can make him unblockable, which is not a bad thing. Now let's see what he comes up with in the meantime. A legion. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he can still crew this guy. Let's see. 4, 5, 6. Actually, I like the Oathsworn Knight at this point. I could play the Knight. So I could play the Oathsworn Knight and then the Sprite as a 2/1 flyer. Alternately, I could attack with both and bring back something. I'm actually liking attacking with both. And then bring back something. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. If he puts one of them into the graveyard, I can recur it and then end play. Yeah, I like it. Non-human, right? Okay. Okay, so he will undoubtedly get rid of this, but I can bring it back. Yep. Yeah, fine. Okay, now let's bring back our turtle. And I need 2 black for the other guy. And let's play this guy. Okay. Ooh, not cool. All right. Well, we're sending in the knight in any event. And we'll play the Order of Midnight as a flyer. Ugh. Alright. Hypnotic Sprite. Let's see. This is a 4-drop. This is also a 4-drop. So let's send in our Oathsworn guy. Since we have to anyway. Okay, where's our weapon rack? At this juncture, I'm going to play him. And I think I'm going to just play the Sprite as a flyer. Because these two can't be countered, and he knows I have it anyway. I think that's what I need to do. Now, depending on what he has on his board, well, he'll have this guy on his board. He'll have a 2/3. Yep. Oh, nice. All right, so we're sending in him. I think we're sending in everybody. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Let's see what happens. And our So Tiny, let's see how it can help us out. He has to crew this guy. Right? So he did it with that. Okay. So we can reduce something by 2, which may be all we need. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we're going to So Tiny. We're going to So Tiny his Legion. Yeah, that's right. Oh, but he can sack it. If he sacks it, that's... he can sack it to ping me. Yeah, this works fine. You may as well sack it. Not necessarily. Okay. This is looking fine. The weapon rack will help. if we draw it. Wicked Guardian. Okay, that's gonna help him. Unless I can draw some removal. Stupid turtle. That's not what I wanted. So he has no flyers. He has to attack. That's just annoying. Alright, we're going to have to send in him and him. Okay, strange game. Not a typical game. Well, I don't know. Is there such a thing as a typical game in draft? I don't think so. Can we draw something good? Wishing Well is good. What shall we scry away? The Cauldron and the Noble. What can we can get rid of this guy with the Cauldron. Sorry. Yeah. Hang on, everybody. I have to take care of something there. I don't have a lot of time. Okay, I'm back. I don't have to take care of something. My wife is here, so one second. You gave me back my card, but you just handed me the card. Sorry for the delay, and don't worry, I'm not going to time out here. I have no idea, Deb. Sorry. Okay, so let's go back to the browser. Do we want the Noble? Yeah, I'm gonna, because I feel like I'd like... Okay. Meanwhile, let's attack. Alright, there goes the knight. Let's see, form. And I am going to... I'm gonna pass the turn after this and draw my 2 cards off of the well. So he should start attacking with his Headhunter since it has Menace. Witch's Oven, that's interesting. That's not what I like to see. Alright, let's draw our cards. We're going to get a Cauldron and Lost Legion is fine. Weapon Rack is too little too late. I needed it before. Okay, so I can Cauldron his Guardian and attack and bring out, I think that's what I want to do. So Cauldron. We're going to get rid of this guy. Auto pay. Yeah, that's fine. He can sack it to make a food, which he really should. Right. Then we'll attack. And then we'll play our Lost Legion. And let's see what we can scry into. Did you find your keys? Okay, good. Defensive Funeral is good. These are both good. Which one do I like better? I kind of like the Roving Keep, actually. I'm going to keep them both. Having two big tramplers is not a bad thing. Drawbridge. Okay. He'll ping me for 2. He knows that he can sack creatures and gain life. Okay, he has just shown me his whole hand. Let us swing in with the Serpent. And then we'll play our Roving Keep. We'll just send in him. Control gain haste. Interesting. Okay, he's gonna go to 1. He's gonna stay at 3. Now, the only trouble with the Festive Funeral, really all it can do is force him to sack something to his Witch's Oven. Ooh. That's fine. If he draws no creatures, I can do that on the next turn. Alright. So unless he draws something sick, like another Headhunter, then we're actually in good shape. Or he could just concede and that's the end of it. Okay, that worked out fine. Mausoleum Secrets. No, thank you. Anyway. Okay, good. Yeah, he really did. That Stonecoil Serpent really is just so strong. Alright, we keep going. So it's interesting. Yes, thank you. And you know, and again, thank you for the good counsel that you have been providing. This is not bad. This is interesting. We're on the draw, which actually is fine as far as I'm concerned. Okay, take care, Misaki. Have a great weekend. And again, thanks for your help. Stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you next time. So long. Oh. I assumed it would end my turn. Okay. Yeah, I could play my Stonecoil Serpent for 1. Okay, I could play a 2/2 Flyer. I could play a 2/2 Serpent. Kill his guy. I'm going to hold off and see what he does. So tiny? No, let's see what happens. He does nothing. Okay, that's fine actually. We will mill him a little to help our tiny, and we'll play a blocker. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Could play a 4/4 Serpent next turn. That's possible. We'll see. Has he got a trick? He does. Okay. Okay, that's fine also. So I could recur the Secret Keeper and... Why is this in his graveyard? Oh, because I milled it. Okay, we're going to take back our Secret Keeper. Can't it's kind of a waste, but what the heck. And let's play him again. Alright, so he can play a 3/2. He can play that. I think we're going to kill that. How many he has? Only 4 creatures. Oh, did I forget to mill him? That was stupid. That was stupid. All right. Adamant. All right, yeah, we're gonna kill his paladin. And we'll block his other guy. He can play his Carver, or he may play a Fierce Witchstalker. And a Merrily Flot Rider. Boy, he's doing all right here. All right, what can we do here? We can play a 6/6 thing. We could. I only have one card in there. That's bad. He has. I need 2 more cards in there. Yeah, I think we want a big serpent and hope for the best. So 6, sure. See, so he can sack foods in order to make this, in order to make these both unblockable. Okay, let's do this. So our tinies can have some real impact. Okay, so he now has 9. Good. Okay, so now we're going to play this. This has trample. He might have some effects. I'm going to hold off and just play this guy. And we can play one so tiny if we need to. Okay, so Crank Ocean. I'm just noticing my opponent's name for the first time. Okay, so let's... Alright. If he has a trick, we can so tiny. 5/5. No, Okay, so I basically forced him to waste his insatiable appetite. What's he going to do next? My festive funeral is still pointless. We're going to play this so that we can start scrying. Sure, let's start going on the offensive. And let's see what he does. Okay. Main decking fell the pheasant. So strange. Okay. He's going to start drawing cards off of his innkeeper. So he has a lot of good blockers now. Festive Funeral, I could get rid of... I may do that, actually. Now, let's scry and see what we may be coming up to. Don't need this. Lost Legion is fine. More scrying, I don't mind. Okay. Okay, so I don't really have any good attacks at this point unless, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could send him in, but even if he blocks with everything, but then I'll clear his board actually. But then no good follow-ups. But scrying. Lots of good possibilities here. Oh, but I can, yes. Let's just send him in. Between the Festive Funeral and So Tiny, we can do some real damage to him. Yeah, that's fine. Just those two? 1, 2, oh, okay, so we're going to... I don't think it much matters. Him, I think. Yep, that works well. We cannot Lost Legion, but that's okay. Crank Ocean. You're making me very nervous. Alright, we both have plenty of mana. We both have 2 cards in our hands. The Paladin. No problem. We pass the turn. Oh, I like it. I hope I like it. Alright, we're sending him in. He's gonna block. Okay, let's see what he does. Now let's preferentially give this one damage. Okay, now yep. Okay, gain all life you want, my friend. Gain all the life you want. With this game, fairly soon. He has lots of mana, so the Mystical Dispute is probably going to be less relevant. So let's go ahead and play our creature. Let's do that. Okay, he's got another creature. Good for him. And let's play. All right, so let's counter that. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2. Alright, he may have a trick. If that is so, then so be it. If he has another Insatiable Appetite, then okay. Alright, so I have 2 foods. That by itself should be enough to kill him. Unless he has more gain life up his sleeve. We shall see. Witching Well, that's fine. Oh, I should have scryed. Could I have scryed? I don't even remember. Reef Soul is great. Certainly don't need the land. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure, let's keep up the pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he has resigned. I don't blame him. It was looking pretty bad from his side of the table. Okay, so where are we? 3 and 1? I don't even remember. Let's see. We're 3 and 1. So I am back, of course. And so here's my situation, folks. And I use that word folks because I do not know if there are any actual viewers here. So, yeah, I can see. Okay, so I see one username in the chat room that I do not recognize. So, if you are a real person and you would like me to play another game, I do not have time for more than one game for on the stream, then please make yourself known. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to end the stream now and finish out this game series later this weekend when I have time. So if you're there and you're real and you would like to see one more game, please say so. Otherwise, that will be it. A few more seconds. And if that is it. Ah. Okay, that's a different person than I thought, but okay. Let me clear away all this other stuff on my computer that is. Thank you, D.E. Shapiro, for that. Okay, so D.E. Shapiro, are you going to actually watch? If so, I will be happy to. I will be happy to narrate as much as as I need to. Okay. Okay, so I am gonna sign off now because this is one of the better sign-offs that I've seen. So thank you for that, D.E. Shapiro. Okay. All right. So anybody who's out there, have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I look forward to seeing all of you and then some next time. Have a good weekend, all.